Hello, my friends, and welcome to our Pick a Card. Why is this happening to me reading? My name is Jeanette, and if you're new here, I really greatly appreciate you. And for all who are returning, I thank you once again. Okay, so jumping into this, there's a couple of things I want to cover. First of all, this, right? This could be anything for you, the situation, right? Whatever it is that's lying in your heart or in your mind, the very thing that brings you here today to this pick a card reading. Please hold that scenario, that situation in your heart and in your mind while you contemplate these piles. You can be drawn to the piles themselves, drawn to the stones, drawn to the meaning of the stones, which we are going to go over, of course, or just drawn to the numbers, pile 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? But do hold your question, your situation in mind, because this could be anything for you. It could be, why aren't we communicating? Why did you not get your job? Or why did you lose your job? Why did you fight with somebody? Why are you maybe feeling a little emotional unstable? Or why do things seem to be falling apart? Whatever this is for you, why is this happening to you right now? We are going to dive in and get our spirit messages and find out. So take the messages as they resonate for you, no matter what pile you end up choosing, as these are general readings, right? And not everything is going to resonate for everybody. Also, there's a lot of different scenarios that lie within each pile, you guys. So I'm going to do my very, very best to tap on every single scenario and really lay them all out. So be patient as I work through that information for everybody, all right? So, okay, starting with pile 1, what we're going to do, I'm just going to run through the stones really quick. Feel free always at any point, you guys, to skip ahead if you know exactly what you're picking here. Please feel free to go ahead and get your messages, darlings, all right? Timestamps are located below. So for pile 1 here, we have pyrite, right? Many would recognize this, obviously, as fool's gold. It's actually a very powerful protection stone. It protects against negative energies and vibrations. Also, it stimulates intellect and enhances your memory. Also, a lot of people consider this to be a lucky stone or stone of prosperity. So, pyrite. Moving on for pile 2, we have sodalite. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sodalite. This is a stone of peace, harmony, tranquility, and kind of like a soul healing for pile 2, okay? Pile 3, we have citrine. I forgot to show you the sodalite. There it is, you guys. Sorry about that. Sodalite. Pile 3 here, we have citrine. Okay, darlings. Citrine is, it relieves stress and anxiety and fears because it brings a lot of mental clarity. There's a lot of like creative energy and imagination with citrine. It also has like healing properties for your manifestations as well. Okay, so that's citrine. And our last and final stone for pile 4 is blue onyx. Blue onyx, it's really good and it provides strength for like emotional balance, healing of your emotions, helps increase your intuitions, and kind of assist in being strong and keeping you happy. All right, darlings. So again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. Do meditate on your pile. And we're going to go ahead and start with pile 1. See you in just a second. All right, my pile 1 people, hello again. Let's go ahead and dive in, find out why this is happening to you. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. We also have inspiration, doors fly open, fire, passion, a new start is coming, and balance. There, so you can see it. All right, you guys, so let's see. First, let's call out the energies. We've got the card of Aries here with the Emperor, and we also have Knight of Pentacles. That does stand for Taurus for me. Can be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So you can be an Aries, you could be an Earth sign, or you could be dealing with one of these signs, or someone could be taking on these energies around you. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of scenarios already. Let's dive in, okay? First of all, it's pretty clear here that the essence of this is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? This is standing out like a sore thumb to me. It's about planting the seeds. It's about going forward here. Timeline, on a new timeline. Thank you, Spirit. So why is this happening to you right now? Well, the essence of it is because things needed a shift. You needed some sort of change to go on a new timeline, is what Spirit is saying. So you can find comfort in that, knowing that at least the universe is absolutely working in your favor. Right now, you may feel as if, see, with the doors fly open, I feel doors can't fly open until other doors close, is usually the way that it works, right? So I feel for those of you who chose pile one, potentially, there's an essence here of maybe a door closed for you, an opportunity was closed for you. This could be an opportunity of a job, of some bit of communication or truth and knowledge. This could also have something to do with the Emperor also. I am feeling, you guys, like an entrepreneurial energy as well. I'm getting the seeds planted for a financial stability ahead in the future. So if this is financial, I feel Spirit is asking you to be like the Emperor. Any passion, any creative ideas maybe that you've had in the back of your mind for some sort of adventurous endeavor or empire, is that even a word? Running your own empire here, running your own business potentially, right? So if you've ever had a passion or creative idea, I feel Spirit has cleared the way. There have been doors that have been closed recently, potentially for you, Mapawan people, and it's like Spirit is paving the way for you to plant seeds to go forward towards your greatest passions, especially if that has to do with financial and creative endeavors, all right? But I seriously feel like with these doors closing, it's literally so that you could be put on a path, moved onto a timeline here. Some of you, again, with this financial, this may have something to do with potentially losing a job or not gaining a job to begin with, or not gaining some sort of financial opportunity or endeavor. But I feel like you weren't given those opportunities because you're going to be given new opportunities, right? If this has to do with communication or knowledge, maybe potentially somebody, you might have had a fight with somebody recently, and you may be asking, why is this happening? If you've been having communications with someone in particular, potential Emperor-like figure here, right? That could be you or the person you're dealing with. That is a stern, masculine energy, right? That could be a boss, or it could be just a lover, a friend, a family member. It could be anybody for you. If you've exchanged words with this person, potentially, I'm getting this energy that maybe they were a little harsh, or this Emperor, that could have been you, right? Somebody harsh in this situation, projecting their truth, but I feel like this truth needed to be heard. For some of you, it needed, if that's the case, for those of you in that case, that occurred so that the seeds could be planted in your mind, so that you can ponder things a little, so you can ponder their point of view, so you can ponder the path, so that the idea could sit inside your head and brew in your head for a little bit. Okay? You have not only two aces, right, my Pile 1 people, but you have doors flying open and a new start coming. I'm really getting this energy, you guys, no matter what it is that you're asking about today. Whether it was large, or whether it was like a small thing. Although most of the time I find when people are asking, why is this happening to me? It's usually a very gigantic feeling. There's usually a lot of feeling behind it, and usually a lot of, like a gigantic event. Somebody here needs to, I feel, see the grand scheme of things. I mean, if you've had any creative endeavors in the past, be inspired now to go towards those creations. This could also have something to do with an Emperor, right? That you are inspired by, but you're also asking to being asked here to go towards the path that Spirit is putting you on, to plant those seeds towards becoming an inspiration to others as well. All right, so do take it as it fits for you, but balance and truth to be had from this. So whatever it is that you're going through, my friends, at this moment, why is this happening? It's happening so that one door has closed because another one needed to open. It's happening because you needed to be placed on a different timeline. Excuse me, it's happening for your greatest good. And it may be very unclear to see it this time, but Spirit is also saying with that Knight of Pentacles, baby steps, little steps in that direction. Plant the seeds as long as you're moving forward. It doesn't really matter if you're going slowly, right? Say you have an idea to own a business. You maybe want to make some financial investments, potentially investments in stocks or some sort of new, right? Maybe this is a new job that you've gotten and you're wondering, why is this happening to me? Maybe you were promised, that's it. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe you were promised a new job and you didn't actually receive it. It's because it's not in accordance with the true passions of yourself. It's not in accordance with the timeline that you need to be on. And Spirit is saying, as long as you're going forward, even if it's little baby steps in a better direction, take these seeds that are being planted and allow yourself to walk the line of the truthful path that Spirit has put ahead of you. Because a new start is either here or it is coming. So if you're also asking, why is this happening? Maybe things are they feel like they're just falling apart around you, potentially. Spirit is saying, just slow down, breathe, definitely breathe. Try to gain that knowledge and that balance and see kind of the blessing in the situation that when one door closes, another one opens. If this is opportunity based, why didn't I receive that opportunity, right? That date, that communication with someone. Why didn't they call? Something of that nature. It's like, well, they probably weren't meant to because somebody better was supposed to call. Well, maybe you didn't get that job because there's another one that's going to pay you much more later on down the line. Or maybe you didn't get that job, right? Because you're expected or, not expected is the wrong word. Spirit is paving the way for you to go towards your highest passions and finally own your own business, right? So this is like a very blessing in disguise sort of energy. If you're wondering about some sort of harsh communication or no communication at all, again, it has to do with timeline. This wasn't the correct timeline that you were meant to be on, where maybe you correspond correctly with this person, or that you were supposed to correspond at all at this time, potentially as well. Again, with this person inspiring and planting some seeds of knowledge in one's brain. This could be you or them, right, of course, but somebody here planting seeds of knowledge for someone to ponder over as well. So there's a lot to think about here. I feel the essence of it is those seeds, is that timeline. So for those of you asking, why did this happen? No matter what that instance is for you, it's so that you can have a grand sort of slow and steady shift towards the new doors and opportunities opening for you to further gain your happiness and balance later on. Even if these are things you need to mull over and ponder over. Potentially an emperor's point of view here. Could be a boss, could be a family member, right? Anybody for you, or that could be your energy. Plant, the seeds of truth were planted. So it's almost like mull those over. If harsh words were flung around, think about the why. Why were they? And also there's a new opportunity here to take what was said, to take what was heard, and use that to your advantage, right? To kind of, again, with the planting seeds, right, you guys, taking that knowledge learned, allowing yourself to analyze it and dissect it, and get what you can out of it to go forward. I really get this energy that somebody's disappointed with a potential loss of opportunity, whatever that is for you. Just know that a new start is coming to replace whatever it is that you feel you lost out on, or maybe it wasn't gained to you or given to you. You're headed in a much better direction. It's really, I feel, very hard to see the true balance that the start is coming. Be very patient with yourself while you process this information. Be very patient with yourself. Also, there's an energy of opening your eyes and coming into balance, because if we're so focused on the door that closed, then we won't notice when one is open right in front of us. Right? We got to turn around and face a new direction in order to see the new door opening, the new path. So it's almost like here, open your eyes as well. Come into a balance of self to see how this is potentially a blessing in disguise. And whatever it was that you feel here, you weren't offered or that was robbed from you, thank you, Spirit, or not given, you're being inspired here. We're being asked to look towards the inspiration of the situation, look towards the balance, use your best discernment, balance of self as well, to see the blessings in the situation, and understand that you're just jumping timelines. You're just being set on a new path. It's one for your greatest good, and Spirit is saying, go with it. Don't question it. Just go with it, even if it's slow and steady. All right, guys? I really hope that helps you, my pile 1 people. Moving on now to pile 2. Hello, my pile 2 people. Welcome. Those who chose the soda light. Let's have a look. See here. Why is this happening to you? We have meditation, Ace of Wands, the Tower, and the Sun card. We have gain, requires stillness. Okay. New moon promise, beautiful. We have a time for healing, and we have patience and planning. Can you see all those cards? Beautiful. All right, so let's call out these energies here. We have Leo on the board with the Sun card, and we also have Scorpionic energy with the Tower. All right, so you could be one of those signs. Someone could be taking on these energies, or you could be having, you could have, further placements in your birth chart. I feel a lot of shock. I feel like somebody here is potentially still in shock with this Tower card. That's the essence of this. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so you're asking, why did this happen? Now, again, this could be anything for you. Some of you could have received some bad news lately. This could have been any sort of situation where the Tower fell for you. I do feel somebody's still in a lot of shock. There's been a drastic upheaval or change, but the thing about this is it needed to change. And the foundation is the key here. So why did this occur? Whatever it is lying in your heart that brought you here today, the essence of it, why did this occur? Why is this happening to me? It's because the foundation of whatever you're asking about, whatever you built here, the foundation was not sturdy. Potentially someone's deepest desires or happiness wasn't taken into full account either. But we have here meditation, requires stillness, and we have the Sun, which is often illuminations. It also talks about happiness and joy, right? Key. I heard key. The Ace of Wands. I feel here somebody potentially holds the key within their psyche. They know the reason why this is happening. Now that could be you, or it could be somebody else, but somebody has a clear indication hiding potentially even within themselves. Being asked here to meditate to go find the answer. The key is within you. I feel somebody here knows it's like maybe potentially here, if you're asking about a job, a relationship, whatever situation it is, that caught you off guard or that left somebody here in shock. The key is the foundation. The foundation was not sturdy. And it's almost like maybe you knew, somebody here maybe knew on their deepest desires that this was not what brought them happiness. It is literally very clear it's about the foundation. So why is this happening? It's because your foundation was not sturdy enough within this job, maybe potentially not sturdy enough within this relationship, right? Or family dynamic. I heard family dynamic. as well. So that's the essence of why this is happening. Somebody here potentially rushed things a little bit too quickly as well. We have patience and planning and gain. So maybe potentially somebody was moving a little bit too fast, trying to get ahead, trying to gain a little bit too quickly. And maybe the foundation wasn't sturdy because there wasn't enough patience and planning for the building of this foundation. Do take it as it fits for you. I do feel somebody's still in shock. Now, there's also a need because somebody needs to heal from this scenario. That we really need to go within. Meditation and a time for healing. Also, with a time for healing coming next to the promise of a new moon, new cycles will be birthed from this, a promise of a healing here as well for your heart and for someone's clarity of mind. But I feel this has to be pursued. It has to be an opportunity taken, I feel, for that enlightenment, for that creation, to see what was created and how as well within that illumination and enlightenment. I feel the key is within somebody. Somebody already knows potentially that what they were building here was rocky from the start. If you're talking about a fight here with somebody, why did we fight? Why is everything falling apart? Maybe it was too rushed. The relationship was too rushed. Maybe potentially someone was ignoring here their highest level of happiness, or potentially their heart was hurting from the very beginning, which made it very rough. It made it very hard to build a sturdy foundation of the heart when the heart space was hurting. Do you take that as it fits for you? That could have been you, or it could have been the other person or somebody that you're dealing with. If this is about a job, again with this foundation, potentially it was a job that didn't fulfill you. You're being asked now to search yourself and heal. I heard time, heal. For those of you in that category, emotions need to heal related to lost opportunities or wasted time within a foundation that wasn't sturdy. All right, so like wasted time, I feel, but also needing to go within to not only heal that heart space, gain that clarity, but find that bit of enlightenment here within yourself. I feel to kind of slow down, take things a little bit slower. I feel there was somebody rushing, either, rushing to the goal line here. So either that's, could be anything, could be job related, could be absolutely love related. They wanted the gain now, and maybe they didn't invest enough passion, invest enough patience and planning into really fully developing that foundation before going forward. Okay, so that's absolutely the key here. It is within someone to dive deeper. You will find out a lot further information if you meditate on the situation. But it's absolutely about the foundation. So whatever it is, my friend, that brought you here today, contemplate how that is related to your foundation, or the foundation of whatever situation it is that you are coming here about today, because I feel like within that foundation, within you, thank you, Spirit, within you, there's a bit of reflection that needs to be had here, and potentially you will have all the keys and all the pieces that you need to figure out what was missing to gain a sturdier foundation in the future. More patience and planning. Somebody may have really truly rushed it. I feel also this sense of rushing into a relationship, even though maybe they hadn't recovered. This could have been a rebound thing. So for those of you in that category, take it a little slower, heal your heart before jumping into a new relationship as well. You don't need to rush, because you are being promised here to have the foundation that you seek. So Spirit is saying, take as much time as you need next time to sturdy yourself from the ground up. And then whatever it is that you build from here on out, whether that's a relationship with somebody, or career and finance based, even home based, whatever it is, you can build a more sturdy foundation going on and going forward. All right, so do search yourself, do cleanse your heart space, and do analyze that foundation. Okay, especially if you're in shock of the situation or in shock of whatever news you heard, a time for healing, this really needs to be processed. Okay, so do take the time to process it and allow the new opportunities to unfold from there. And have patience for yourself to plan out your next foundation in a much more kind of sturdy way. All right, guys. I hope that helps you guys so much, my pile 2 people. Moving on now to pile 3. All right, my pile 3 people, welcome back. Your citrine here. Let's see, why is this happening right now? We have the High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Nine of Wands and the Hanging Man. We also have Faith, Encounter, Whale Breach. The answers you need are coming, Full Moon in Gemini, and Deception and Envy. Okay, darlings, let's call out these energies here. We have card of Pisces on the table, and we've got the full moon in Gemini. So you could be dealing with one of these signs. You could be one of these signs, or someone could take on these energies. Any combination of the above. All right. Ooh, there's a lot of varying aspects with this Ace of Pentacles here. Somebody could be feeling as though they were not given an opportunity. Somebody could be feeling here that they missed out on something. They could be in a position here, maybe potentially you didn't offer something to someone else as well. Ooh, I'm getting this essence here. With the Hanging Man, a very stuck energy. Why do I feel like somebody had no faith in their ability to receive what was being offered here and potentially held themselves back? Okay, so if you're coming here, especially if this is a financial situation, potentially you feel as though you were not offered something that you should have been offered. In that case, maybe potentially the universe was stopping you here for a reason of your higher good that will be revealed to you later as all the answers that you need are coming. Okay. But I'm also, especially with this deception and envy, thank you, Spirit, with all of these cards combined, potentially here somebody didn't have enough faith in the situation, didn't believe it to be profitable to begin with, or there wasn't a faith in themselves that they were deserving or could receive this. So if you're right, so do take these messages as they resonate, you guys. If you're coming here and you're wondering, why was I not given that raise? Why did this person turn me down for a date or not offer a date? Why has there been no communication here? Potentially somebody here held themselves back from something beautiful or kept themselves stuck for some reason. With the Nine of Wands, normally this is a battlefield, but I love the differences in this deck. It's almost like she's building here a wall of protection out of those wands. It's almost like she's preparing here for a battle ahead. She knows it'll be treacherous. She's protecting herself here. So maybe potentially the reason that someone did not receive something is because they were feeling very little faith in this encounter, very little faith in this situation, and thus protected themselves, blocked out the very thing potentially as well that they wanted to see or that they were expecting to see. This could go either way. This could be a doing of self here, or this could be doing of the universe to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not intrude. What's the word? I am looking for, a Spirit. To direct you in a new way. To set things up for you. Like they had to stop you before you go rushing into something that you may later regret. Potentially the universe had to put a pause on this, and you may be sitting here, why didn't I receive? Why didn't I receive? The universe had your greatest benefit in mind, potentially when protecting you from some situation. All right, so if you're wondering, why didn't I get this date? Maybe that wasn't the person for you. If you're wondering, why didn't I get this opportunity? Again, maybe the universe was protecting you here, stopping you from going forward. But also with this enlightenment here, and this wall that is built through her action and through her doing. I really am getting this instance that for a lot of you, maybe you lacked faith in the situation, lacked faith in it being profitable, or lacked faith in your ability to have it, or ability in being able to receive it, or feeling undeserving. Okay, so the opportunity was not given here. So the why, why is this all happening? It's simply put that either here somebody stopped themselves out of a lack of faith in the situation, or a lack of faith in the person or the profitability in the situation, the person that they may have been dealing with as well, or the universe had to put a pause on this before you encounter some things that will require your faith later on. I'm getting a lot of blessing in disguises sort of energies here with these different piles, darling. There's a lot of levels here. All of the answers that you need are coming in due time. There's a breakthrough here of the intellect and of the mind that needs to be had. With these enlightenments and that breakthrough here, somebody very, very lost in their headspace. The blue borders in this deck do signify mental constructs and mental abilities. So here it's all in your mind, this deception. It's a deception of self. Somebody may have held themselves back or thought that the opportunity was deceiving from the very beginning and thus didn't take it. All right. There's a higher enlightenment that needs to be had here. Somebody needs to have a breakthrough of self, a breakthrough of mind space here, a breakthrough of power. They need to be able to see their power for really what it is. And with this high priestess, I'm getting this veil, this thinning between the realms, having to do with your power here. Somebody needs to have belief in themselves. So if you're wondering, why did I not receive, it could very well have something to do with your lack of ability of belief in self, your lack of belief in self. Thank you, Spirit. And there needs to be a thinning of the veil. The way of the universe needs to be pulled back for you, and you need to dive into those perspectives and see things. And at that point, when you go into yourself, when you try to peel back that veil, peel back that layer of consciousness to see really what occurred here, that's where you'll find the answers lying within you. That's where you'll make that breakthrough. All right, so why is this happening right now? Again, just to reiterate, someone either didn't have enough faith in the situation at hand, didn't have enough faith in themselves to receive it or give it, all right? Or the universe intervened on your behalf to keep you from some encounter that would require your faith later on, or lead to some sort of deception and envy later on down the line. It could have very well here been a protection, the universe intervening on your behalf. Something that you weren't given because you weren't meant to have it for reasons not yet known. Okay, but dive within yourself, peel back those layers of consciousness, really diving into yourself. Also analyze, were you expecting to receive this out of greed or selfishness? Is there a lesson here? Were you doubting receiving this from the very beginning? Because doubt will absolutely, your faith in a situation will absolutely just determine whether it comes to you or not. So with the Nine of Swords Nine of Wands, especially, it's like she's building this fence. She's prepared for a battle ahead. She's prepared for a controversy to come to her. And she'll fight it off, and she'll fight the battle, and she's determined to do so. Even though she's tired of fighting, she wants it all over. But somebody here built up a wall, is the point. So if you had a subconscious wall up saying to the universe, I really don't deserve, or I really can't handle that job, or I can't handle that position, the universe, of course, would intervene, or you would, of course, create this, inadvertently through your subconscious mind, creating something that you didn't want to see, out of just inadvertently having no faith in yourself and inadvertently holding yourself back. Okay, so a lot of varying situations, a lot of varying scenarios, but you are being called to dive within. You are being called to to gain those new perspectives of self, to understand why this opportunity was either missed or not given. Okay, and within you, the answers that you seek are coming. That's where you will have that breakthrough. Okay, I really hope that helps my pile 3 people. Moving on now to our last and final pile number 4. Alrighty, hello my pile 4 people, welcome back. Those who chose blue onyx, let's find out, why is this happening to you? We have the Death card. We have the 8 of Cups, excuse me. We have King of Cups, oops, and the World card. Loss. Mend a relationship here. We have ancestors, generations. Believe in the impossible with the blue moon, and authority. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's call out these energies. We've got Scorpionic energy here on the table with the Death card. We also have the King of Cups, can be Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. So you could be dealing with a water sign, could be a water sign here, or could have people in your environment taking on these energies. Oh, this one's a little bit heavy. This one's a little bit heavy. For some of you, you are struggling with a loss, a true loss, one of death. Okay, so if you know me very well, some of you may be new and you don't know me very well. I am not opposed to talking about death. I view it in a very different kind of way. I am a Scorpio myself. So with the Death card, there comes a rebirth, there comes a transformation. Why are you going through this right now? No matter what scenario you're in, I do feel a loss here of a relationship. We have mend a relationship, or the loss of something having to do, somebody in your family potentially, or a friend, having to do with actual death. Do take it as it fits. All right, some readers are opposed to speaking about death. I am not. If you're very sensitive right now, if you're still holding on to a lot of emotions, first of all, I'm very sorry for your loss. Whatever that loss is for you, it's clear that it hurts. But there is a call from Spirit here to gather yourself, gather your emotions, and gain clarity through your heart space. Allowing the transformation and allowing the emotion to fade here. Allowing a cycle to complete with the World card. So why is this happening right now? For some of you, if this is dealing with a situation outside of death, and I will talk further about the loss of a loved one, all right? But if this is talking about a situation outside of death, could be the death of a relationship. The point is, why is this happening? There needs to be a grand transformation. This transformation needs to occur. It may be quite uncomfortable. Somebody could be quite emotional right now, still hurting a lot from the loss of something. If this is a relationship, no matter who was lost or what was lost, I feel there's a desire to mend it, a desire to fix this, to mend not only the relationship itself, or potentially bring the person back. If this is having to do with a job, it has hit you so very on a level of your heart space. Okay, so if this is having to do with a missed opportunity or a lost opportunity, one of finance, this could be weighing on your emotions quite heavy. If it's death of a loved one or something of that nature, or the loss of a relationship, of course that would make sense. But if you're talking finance, somebody invested a lot of emotion in the physical world, if that's the case, okay? So if this is having something to do with the physical world other than death, right? I'm talking money, finance, stability, home, right? Anything having to do with the financial or work, especially creation. I feel it could very well have a lot to do with needing to roll with this transformation and needing to cleanse and purge your heart space. There could be, like with this World card, there could be here some last minute sort of fraying, or some last minute like details that need to be wrapped up here, especially if you're dealing with finance. Last minute details that need to be wrapped up in accordance with this so that you can gain that completion. right? But this absolutely has a lot to do with someone's heart space, needing to cleanse and needing to purge. I feel a lot of emotional instability. So for somebody here, it could be no matter what is hurting here, whatever relationship this is for you or whatever has brought you here today, it feels like it carries a great deal of heavy emotion. Potentially, you feel as well that you're bound by karma or bound by ancestral, generational constructs. Okay. But nobody is really wielding authority over you in that way. That may be a crown chakra issue, something that you need to expand your mind over. All right, that's just for some of you. Do take these messages as they resonate. If we're talking about a breakup, a fight with somebody here, believe in the impossible that there can be a mending of the relationship, but I do feel a lot of purging needs to be had first. Somebody really needs to gain their emotional stability and their emotional clarity. All right, understand here that with every death comes a rebirth. So if we're talking death as in breakup, we're talking death as in a lack of communication or a lack of like a loss of communication with somebody that we cared for once, a best friend, a family member, anything of that nature. Because there's a lot of emotion here. In order to gain the clarity on the situation, which I feel is needed before we can mend that relationship, right? A purging absolutely needs to be taking place. The essence here is of why is this happening? It is for the transformation itself. Now it could be the transformation that is causing all of the emotions that is thus leading to it needing to be purged, or this could be a lot of emotions brought on this transformation leading to the ending of a relationship for the time being. I really don't feel if this is a relationship because the mender relationship card is here. I don't feel that it's impossible here, that it's a final end all be all death, but more about the transformation, you guys. No, thank you, Spirit. Spirit corrected me. It is about the transformation regardless. Thank you, Spirit. Even if we're dealing with death. See here, ancestors, generations. If you're dealing with a passing of a dear loved one here, they are with you. Absolutely. Their knowledge absolutely left the imprints here of their knowledge and their truth upon your, generation upon generation, right? So they're still here with you, impressioning you. They're still here watching you grow, watching you deal with this transformation of the heart space. Believe in the impossible that they do live on, is what I'm getting from this. Believe in the impossible that the transformation that is occurring in your world, in your emotions here, will turn out for the greatest good. We we uh we learn from these hurtful experiences. We grow from this pain. So especially if you're able to purge and let go of all the things that don't work for you in your heart space, realize that death is a part of life. It's a part of the way the world works. And this includes transformations of situations. We fall out with people. We stop talking to people. Sometimes we don't get those jobs or those opportunities, but the world ticks on. And there's almost this essence of don't hold too much emotion involving it. Believe in the impossible that you can pull out of this as well. Do allow yourself that crown chakra energy. You may need to kind of be an authoritative figure in your life and really hold true to purging out these emotions. Or this anger, I heard anger, that's funny. Or this anger potentially related to the loss here of whatever that was for you. Believe in the impossible that new blessings will arise, that the transformation here, no matter what it was for you, darlings, was needed, and really stand strong as an authoritative figure in your life to take hold of your emotions no matter what you're going through, and to kind of almost see the blessings within the transformation. It's very hard, I know, especially when we're dealing with a lot of pain or a lot of emotion, when we're feeling that very fresh loss, right? Whatever that is for you. I do feel it has to do with a death, a transformation, and a loss. That is the point of this, is that the transformation needed to occur. So whatever emotions you're holding on to in relation to this, allow yourself to purge those emotions. Allow yourself to walk away, to gain that clarity of your heart space, to see the beauty and the blessings in it, and really allow yourself to go forward. And again, if you're dealing with another person, we're talking a relationship. Again, any kind of relationship, doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be, even a partnership here of some sort of financial endeavor. Whatever it is, somebody's carrying a lot of emotion. All right. Because of that emotion, I am leaning towards a family member, a friend, a love partner, or death. Okay. But the point is that the dynamic needed to change. So whatever it is that you're going through now, allow the transformation and allow yourself to see that maybe even you'll get a mending on later down the line. But the quicker that we purge and handle and take charge of, thank you, Spirit, take charge of our emotions, the quicker that we can look on the bright side, allow the transformation to have taken place, which means we can go on to a new cycle, which brings in new blessings. So do try to gain that clarity of emotion related to the situation. Do believe in the impossible here, that ancestrally your ancestors live on, that this relationship could be mended later on down the line, that this potentially isn't the end all be all, the way it's going to be forever. You know what I mean? So kind of take it with a grain of salt, allow yourself to purge those emotions related to this and go with the transformation. Because I feel the quicker you allow yourself to go with it, the quicker you'll have those completions leading to the victories and leading to the new, the good part. Okay, guys? I really hope that helps you all so very much. I can't thank you enough for coming by. Please do let me know in the comments below how these messages resonated for you guys. Again, I love you all. I appreciate your support. And until I see you guys next time, please stay safe. Please take care out there in the world. To my pile 4 people and all of my piles, I'll see you soon.